Hey, Taylor Casper. I help individuals get the right planning in place so that people they want are taking care of them in the event that they can't make medical and financial decisions for themselves instead of people that they would never ever choose. So, I have a client who is celebrating her child's 18th birthday. Really exciting, but she didn't know, and I bet because of that, you probably, if you're watching this, might not know either, that even like once your children turn 18, even if they're still in high school, even if they're still living with you no longer have legal authority to make any sort of medical decision or financial decision on their behalf because they're 18 years old. They're an autonomous adult. So this can cause problems for parents because a lot of times, if your kid's 18 and still living at home, you want to be helping them make sure they're getting the right medical appointments, if they still need vaccines or medical procedures. If they're in school and you want to be able to talk to the school and the teachers and get information about their grades and their behavior and things that are going on with them, you would now need legal authority to do that because once they're 18, you're still their parent, but they're now their own person. So they have their own rights now. And so you would need to take other avenues to be able to do the things that you want to do, make the medical appointments, talk to the school counselor or the teacher, whoever, to make sure that you're able to do that. So a lot of educational institutions like the high schools and the charter schools, and then a lot of medical providers have their own forms that you can fill out or that your child would be able to fill out and sign to designate you as somebody who has the authority to get information, to give input, to schedule for them, and things like that. So that's one thing you should look into and make sure that you're doing or having your child do, because it's likely that your child still wants your help if they're 18 and they're in high school. They're probably used to you doing things for them. They probably want you to continue to help them. So that's one thing that you can do to accomplish that. The other thing that you can do and that you should do is you can have your child sign a legally binding power of attorney and a healthcare directive over to you so that you have a more like broad sweeping authority. You don't have to go to each specific institution and get that institution specific forms. That's not to say that there aren't some institutions that want their own specific forms. There will always be those institutions. For example, Wells Fargo has their own forms that they want you to fill out. Certain banks, certain schools might want you to fill out their specific form. But whatever you can do to limit that and make it easier is probably better and probably something that you should consider. So I would say even if you might have to fill out extra forms, you still might want to just go ahead and do that power of attorney and that healthcare directive on behalf of, or have your child do it for you so that you can make decisions for them. Because really the goal is just for you to be able to like continue raising them, continue nurturing them onward into adulthood. Like, yes, they're 18 and they're adults, but they still have needs that you are going to be helping them with, and that's the goal, is to be able to continue to do that seamlessly. So if your child is turning 18, you should really be talking to them about that and thinking about that so you don't run into headaches and hiccups later down the road when it's time to actually start doing things and you find out that you don't have the authority or the ability to do them any longer. So Taylor Casper here, owner, managing attorney of Legacy Estate Planning in Burnsville. Hopefully this answers any questions you might have about your 18-year-old children and how you can continue to support and take care of them onward into the future.